We honestly can't believe what just happened. The latest breakdown of the emergency alerts notification system and confessions from authorities that confirm lives could have been saved if they had only been warned and received alerts when precious time remained for them to be directed to the emergency evacuation route. We are experiencing a new constant state of emergency, and there are several problems and weak links in the system that are going to put us all at risk. Many people will be in harm's way, and it will be extremely costly to resolve these problems. And they know something is up because they have already made plans to test the system in less than 30 days. Yes, October 4th, 2023 is the day. And let me ask you a question. Do you feel safe? Do you feel protected and just an overall feeling of comfort for your well-being? Do you think our different branches of government really want to see people helped, or would they rather see us hurt and harmed? Are there just too many strange things happening recently and odd coincidences back to back to back? Do you trust the government? Do you trust the government when they say October 4th is just a test? And despite what these corrupt politicians and elected officials try to say, something just doesn't seem to add up. And I can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't feel right. Right? Like they're hiding something or holding back. And I feel like there's more to this story and they aren't giving us all the information, or at least the right information. But here, take a look at your screen. This is very important. Maui sent an evacuation alert. Why did so few people get it? And the subtitle reads, "The Hawaiian wildfire offered insights into the promises and shortcomings of a wireless alert system that relies on cell phones for emergency warnings." Like I said, this is very important, especially for the subscribers that I know watch my channel and my videos regularly and tell me that they don't typically use or carry a smartphone on them at all times. While some folks don't have the financial means to upgrade their cell phones to the latest smartphones capable of connecting to 5G or now 10G towers, smartphones that cost over $1,300. And without them, don't expect these extremely time-sensitive life or death emergency evacuation alerts to reach you in time. And that is if you are capable of shelling out the big bucks each and every month for an AT&T or Verizon wireless phone plan for connectivity. Because Boost, Mint, TracFone, and any other affordable and prepaid cell phone plan will more than likely be the last to get the message. So the New York Times wrote, as fire was billowing through residential neighborhoods in the Hawaiian town of Lahaina last month, emergency managers from Maui County sent out an evacuation alert that would blare on the cell phones of anyone near the blaze. Evacuate your family and pets now. Do not delay, is what the warning said. But many people, most in need of the alert, said the message never reached their phones, leaving them scrambling for safety as the fire began roaring towards their home. More than 100 people died in the inferno, and some survivors wondered why they had not been notified earlier that the situation was out of control. So in Hawaii, during the recent wildfire in Lahaina, many people did not receive an evacuation alert on their cell phones, which led to more than 100 deaths. And now they're saying that this is because emergency alerts have limitations. And some people didn't get the warning in time due to technical limitations in wireless coverage and connectivity. So you see, the alert system relies on cell phone networks and local agencies, which can sometimes fail. Much like they failed in another incident shortly thereafter. So during Hurricane Hilary in California, the alert system broke down too, leaving people stranded and in harm's way. The alert system, called Wireless Emergency Alerts, was designed to help authorities warn people about disasters, severe weather, and missing children. It can target specific areas and wake people up with loud alerts. We all know the ones. They are startling, and I've been woken up often from these different alerts sent about dangerous weather heading my way, missing children to be on the lookout for, silver alerts, and even the false alerts and false alarms sent from time to time. However, there are problems with the system. That's what they say. Obviously. Problems they knew about all along. So sometimes agencies send out confusing alerts and emergency personnel are busy dealing with the disaster. And when the system works correctly, it's like a siren in everyone's pocket. But it has its flaws. And when the system doesn't work correctly, people get hurt. They don't get the emergency warnings and life-saving evacuation alerts. And worst case scenario, they can be killed. Now, some areas use private software providers for alerts, but these systems have limited participation. And Florida recently faced issues with alerts during Hurricane Idalia. And when a Category 4 hurricane is rapidly moving towards landfall, it's moments like these when important information is most precious and seconds matter. We're talking about life or death here. But Hawaii had problems with its alert system before when it falsely warned of a missile in 2018. And so to improve the system, experts suggest now adding redundancies and burying cables for better reliability. Man, talk about too little, too late. An ounce of prevention, folks, that's pretty much all it takes. But in Lahaina, some residents got the alert and managed to escape, while others didn't and perished. Technology factors like phone age, location, and coverage affect who gets the alerts. And it's important to remember that the wireless system is just one part of emergency warnings, and we need multiple strategies to keep people safe. Two-way radios immediately come to mind, but I know there are several more ways that we can prep and build up our own safety plan that will probably be way more effective than relying on local government. And although there have been people talking about the next big planned disaster or attack happening on September 24th, which is just a few weeks away, and making the connection of a possible solar flare coming and bringing with it a blackout doomsday-like event, or the claims of warnings for people to stay inside on September 24th, often tied to survival pack giveaways and flyers looking to recruit volunteers for a mass casualty exercise, and an episode of The Simpsons are evidence that a large-scale disaster will happen that day. As this September 24th warning, alleging that a catastrophic event, possibly a solar storm, will occur, and yes, for folks living in or near Denver, Colorado, yes, I have heard about the bug-out bag giveaways that the Denver Office of Emergency Management has been talking about. And I really do appreciate all of you sending me emails and keeping me in the loop. And so from what I've heard, they are telling everyone that these bug-out bag giveaways are for National Giveaway Month, and there are claims that this giveaway is a result of a known or expected disaster in Denver that is known to be expected to happen by city officials. Well, I can neither confirm nor deny any of these claim predictions. And, well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I still haven't gotten a crystal ball yet, so I can't see into the future. But I can tell you this. The government has set October 4th, 2023 as the date to test all national alert systems. And not only did we just see evacuation preparations ordered after a large wildfire erupted near Hermiston in Oregon, where a big wildfire broke out and people living nearby have been told to prepare to leave their homes while the state's fire marshal's office tried to stop the fire. And they've issued different levels of evacuation orders. So, for instance, level 2 means be ready to leave, and level 1 means get ready. Meanwhile, the areas closest to the fire, called the Benzel Fire, are at the most risk. And this includes places near Hat Rock State Park and the McNary Yacht Club along the Columbia River. The governor, Tina Kotek, said the fire is very dangerous and that local firefighters don't have enough resources to handle it. So the state is sending more help to manage the situation. and they've already had to send air tankers and a helicopter to fight the fire. Even though some parts of Oregon have gotten rain, this fire shows that wildfire season isn't over yet. And they're asking people to be careful to avoid starting fires and to stay aware of the wildfire risk. So keep those iPhones and Androids handy.